Away from his meeting with Mr. Romney, the Prime Minister has insisted that the whole country will get value for money from the Olympics, despite the multi-billion-pound cost of staging the Games. With global business leaders gathering in London, David Cameron launched a trade summit to try and lure foreign investment into the UK. It came the day after it was confirmed the country is suffering its worst recession since the Second World War. Our business correspondent, Alistair Bunkle, reports.
Ignore the branding and just look at the guest list. The power dressers and the powerful, the rich and the even richer. They came to town to just listen to what London had to say, and they would have come away with one clear message. Help us. We need it.
I believe the legacy of these Olympics can be about many more things as well as great sport. For instance, the legacy should also be about great business too.
For the next few weeks, Lancaster House is Britain's embassy in Britain, and anyone who is anyone in global finance is invited to come. Who said sport and business do not mix?
When you first arrive, you're hit by a wave of, well, Britishness. Starting with the Land Rover and the Jaguar parked outside the front entrance, to the Union Jacks that are just about everywhere. Even in the media centre there is a statue of Wallace and Gromit. But this is a 19th century mansion sandwiched between Buckingham Palace and St James's Palace, slap bang in the centre of London. Just how representative of the rest of Britain is that?
Swiftke is the sort of company the government love. Young, innovative and expanding fast. They wonder, perhaps, that they've been invited to speak at the summit in a few weeks' time. But they're a self-confessed small fish, albeit with aspirations right out of the Olympic mindset. They want the big boys to come into their playground.
Face-to-face contact is really important. So when you have these global companies investing in the UK, it's much more beneficial for local companies based in London or in the UK to be able to do deals directly with those companies, rather than necessarily us having to go across halfway around the world to Silicon Valley to close that deal. When you can do that on your doorstep, I think it makes the barriers to actually winning those contracts and working in these big companies much, much easier.
It's no coincidence that the second day of the summit is dedicated to China. The world craves their money, and this is Britain's chance to court them. The government wants more companies like this one, NVC Lighting, a subsidiary of one of China's biggest companies who made their base in Birmingham back in 2009. They haven't looked back. The profits might return to China, but the jobs are created right here.
There were no actual financial government-provided incentives. We're not here because of some great government handout or big grant or anything like that. We're here because actually the UK, and this area in particular, is just a good place in which to do business.
The Games might be in London, but Britain doesn't have the playing field all to itself. Say ciao to Casa Italia, Italy's pop-up base in London, to schmooze and woo, and there are loads of countries doing exactly the same thing. But the Olympics are an opportunity for everyone, and there'd be nothing without the competition. But whether you like it or not, it isn't all about the sport. Not when there's money to be made. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News, Central.